Room Podcast. I am your host, the Queen, Marva Nichols, and tonight I have Grambling State's head football coach, Coach Mickey Joseph, who's out recruiting at a high school football game, but he's in my virtual studio tonight to talk about this weekend's Gridiron battle versus the Alcorn State University Braves, and we'll be right back. Hi, this is the Queen, Marva Nichols, and welcome back to the Throne Room Podcast on MTMV Sports Network. Hey, Coach, what's going on, man?
I'm good. I'm over at Lincoln Prep, right in the neighborhood, watching them for their homecoming game. They got that pretty pink on today. It's breast cancer awareness month, so we want to make sure that we celebrate that.
Yeah, we have so many that have fought and have won the battle, and some have gotten their reward on the other side. And so that's so awesome. Well, look, let's jump right in. So, Coach, let's talk about, we missed last week. Let's talk about, after almost 2 weeks to process the loss against Prairie View, what are your overall thoughts on the 5 overtime game and what stood out to you both in terms of positives and areas that need improvement?
Well, we got to put people away when we have a chance to put people away. We warned them about this team. This football team has been playing very good football. The ball hadn't bounced their way, and we told them they just needed some breaks. We couldn't allow them to have breaks, and we did. We didn't finish them, and you got to take your head off the PV. Go ahead.
All right, Coach Joseph, your team has been highly productive on offense, averaging 31.4 points per game and even more at home with 39 points. What's been the key to this offensive success, and how will this benefit you playing against Alcorn this weekend?
I think we're doing a better job of trying to protect Miles, and Miles is doing a better job of reading it. But we got to make sure that we secure this run game and get this run game going. But the success is that Coach Dooley and his offensive staff, they're doing a great job of trying to get the right plays called to these kids. But overall we got to be better on our offensive team. We're gonna have to average more points down the line with this team.
Absolutely. And also, Alcorn State scores at least 6.3 fewer points per game than your defense has allowed at 28.8. How do you prepare your team to keep Alcorn's offense contained and avoid giving up points?
Well, they're playing with a big time quarterback. 15 is a big time kid. They got a real massive offensive line. They want to run the football. So we got to make sure we have gap integrity and that we slow this quarterback down. We might not just shut him down, but we need to slow him down.
That's important. We got to shut that run down. And you talked about our run game. What are you doing to increase or to better our run game and get it established?
Make changes up front. We made changes up front. We had made changes to the point where we got to get the kids in there that's going to come off the football and that's going to get a hat on the hat. So we had to make some changes, some personnel changes.
Gotcha. That's good to hear. We don't like to see, student athletes pushed out, but we want to win at Grambling. A lot of the fans are a little confused after the last game, and so that they'll be glad to hear that. Now, look, Miles Crawley has been leading our offense with 1,048 passing yards and 9 touchdowns this season. What are your expectations for him in this critical matchup against Alcorn?
Yeah, I'm just looking for him to to read the defense and to be a good leader, get us in a good get in a good run plays, and make sure that we have the correct protection on.
Protection, protection. Yeah, he seemed to be a little banged up at the Prairie View game when it was over, and so that's important. So we know that Grambling and Alcorn is always a highly anticipated SWAC rivalry. How do you prepare the team? How have you prepared the team mentally to stay focused and composed amid the hype and intensity of this matchup?
Well, they got to understand that they play at Grambling, so every game is just a game. Everybody wants to beat you, so they got to understand they play at Grambling, and either you're gonna hunt or you're gonna be hunted, and we need to start hunting. And we're not doing enough hunting right now.
Yes, yes. Well, Coach, we know that energy in Robinson Stadium is always electric, especially for big games like this. How important is that home crowd in motivating the players and maintaining home field advantage?
Well, you know what? We've been having great atmosphere. We had a great atmosphere, for the Tuskegee game. We had a great atmosphere for the Jackson State game. So now we got to continue to have a great atmosphere. I know they're going to come out. They're going to, be loud. We love the student section. The band's doing a great job. So we got to do our part, and our part is to come there and start something and finish it. But along the way, you're going to have some struggles. It's going to be how you deal with the struggles from start to finish.
Absolutely. And we got to win out, Coach. We know what we got to do. I know you know what we have to do. And Graham fam, let's be in the stands just like we were at the Jackson State game. Your presence is everything. I even flew in from Chicago to be in the midst. So I won't make it this weekend, but I'll see you at homecoming. I know you got your special homecoming outfit, Coach, ready for next weekend. But I'm gonna let you get to recruiting. And I'm gonna be able to see you next weekend. Get back to recruiting and go Tigers. I'll see you soon.
I appreciate you, Marva. I'll holler at you, okay?
Okay. All right,
Okay.
Coach. Take care. Bye. Hi, this is the Queen and the Young Kings. I have Tahj Martin and Javon Robinson, Grambling State University G men, on my show tonight. What's up, young men? How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good.
Doing good, man. Feeling
It's
good.
it's so good to see you guys. You guys are my favorite team in the whole world, and it's always a pleasure to speak with you. And Coach wanted me to talk to you all tonight, and the fans definitely want to hear from you. And but before I go into the in-depth interviews, I just want to, just get a little information on you. Now, Tahj, tell everybody where you're from, what high school you went to, how you got your journey to Grambling.
So I'm from Louisville, Texas. I went to Louisville High School, graduated 2022. Um, I've been here for 3 years now since I was a freshman. So in Grambling just feel like home. It's been like that ever since I visited here. So it's been a home, and yeah, it's just been a home. So
Yes. Well, so you Graham fam all the way through. You're not a transfer. You've been here from the beginning. I got you. All right, all right. All right, Javon, let everybody know where you're from, what high school you went to, your journey to Grambling State.
I'm from Florida, Miami, Florida, to be exact. Uh, I went to Homestead in high school, and I got the Grambling from like my last 3 high school games. Um, a, a sponsor reached out to me and told me he knew people at Grambling, so he got me in contact with them, and he talked to them, and they just offered me a day before my signing day because I was there early enrollee. So once they offered me, I just committed, and I've been here ever since.
Man, you're outstanding as well. Okay, so we're gonna talk to Tahj first. We're gonna talk to the big man because we know that the trenches is where it's at. Now you show out on the outside, but man, without our men up front, our quarterback can't throw to you. So I want to talk to this man first. So Javon, I'm gonna put you in the virtual green room, and I'll be back to get you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Tahj, it's me and you. Man, it's the big guys. They call you guys the big kahunas, right? On the line. So, it's been a lot, this season, especially that last game. It was tough, man. Losing the Prairie View. How did you all deal with that emotionally after being so close?
I mean, it's just a game of football. It it's it was a long game, and it was we was missing a couple things, like by just finishing just by you know getting out the half, and trying to finish the rest of the game. So, I mean, the game's gonna end like that. So, but that's where we move forward and get better at the mistakes that we've had last week, so we don't keep making those mistakes again.
Yeah, Tahj, as a leader on the offensive line, how do you ensure that the unit stays cohesive and provides consistent protection for Miles, QB Miles Crawley, and the rest of the offense?
Everybody has to be on the same page, especially the O line. We all got to be on the same page. We all have to think like we all have to move at a fast pace and know what we're doing, know our assignment. You know, the first thing they notice is about the O line. If the O line's not blocking, then they're gonna say the O line's not blocking. So we a team. It's a five. So we all got to be on the same page, and communication is big on the O line too, just to make sure everything's good. So everybody has to be on the same page. This is a like a fast paced offense. So everybody got to be on the same page, and everybody has to execute.
Yes, and you definitely got to execute and don't jump that line because we don't need any penalties. And you all, I mean, I think we've improved since last year. We used to jump offline a whole lot. I loved all the guys, but man, that was like a thorn in our side last year. And so, what have you done to get better at, not getting so many penalties this year?
Um, it's just about discipline at the end of the day, and discipline, and just being just being where your feet are. Just being locked in and focused. I feel like from last year and this year, we've definitely done better on penalties, trying to like keep the penalties down, and that's just goes down to discipline. Just jumping off sides, just watching the ball, holding, just having your hands in the right place, all that type of stuff. It's just the part of your discipline, and we've worked on that within the summer training camp and all that up to the season. So now we've definitely done better and definitely doing better from the penalties and getting penalties and stuff. So
Yeah, we can see the difference. So thank you, O line. Thank you. So listen, Grambling State's offense has been putting up impressive numbers, especially at home. But what are we gonna have to do on the line to get our running game established? Because we seem like we just can't get those creases open for, the running backs the way we want to.
yeah, it's like that's another thing I said earlier. We just all have to be on the same page, and we got a lot of old heads and just a mixture of old players and then new players like the youngins. And so now we just trying to gel and like get it together. But the run game definitely been better, and we're gonna do better on that run game stuff. But we gonna score either way, pass or run. We gonna score either way. We gonna move the ball. We gonna
Let's
move.
go. Come on, let's move the ball. That's what I'm talking about. So listen, Alcorn State's defense has allowed over 32 points per game this season. How do you and the rest of the offensive line plan to exploit their weaknesses and dominate in the trenches?
We got to play our game like we know how to. We got to play our game like and be physical, fast, fit because they've let off 33 points, 33 points or something like that. And that don't matter with us, man. We have to play our game and know how to play our game. We just have to be in there and focus, be physical, fast, and just just do our job. Just do our jobs. All
Do
11.
your I've heard all of the guys say, just do your job. That must be something the coaches are instilling and really pounding into you guys. Just do your job. You do your job, then everything will work out perfectly fine. So this is the question next to the last one. As an offensive lineman, you're often the unsung hero. How do you personally prepare each week to handle the physicality of SWAC matchups, and what motivates you to stay sharp every game?
It's all about competition with me. I love the competition, and then I just love this game. It's I prepare throughout the week to make sure everybody good and everybody got to be on the same page. We have to have good practices throughout the week so we can execute on Saturday, so it can be fun and we can execute on Saturday. So I'll just make sure I stay a good level head, make sure everything about the little things is right, like taking the right steps, having my hand in the right place, all that little stuff matters. So I try to emphasize on the little things so I don't have to worry about it during the game. Like it could just come quick. It just come quick to me.
It's just a part of you.
Mm, yeah.
It's part of you. So, Tahj, as an offensive lineman, is there an NFL player you look up to or try to model your game after? And what about their style or mentality that inspires you?
It'll definitely be it definitely be Trent from 49ers, definitely. Because his game is just like he's just a physical player. And like he can do things that like no other lineman can do, like just like cutting off backside or just doing the steps or just knocking somebody. So that's like the main like player I look at.
Role model.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. And he's a G man too.
Yep.
Man, I saw him score that touchdown, I think a couple of weeks ago. He threw up the hooks. So he let him know not only, hey, he's a Omega man and his first touchdown in his NFL career, and that was awesome. Well, Tahj, it was great talking to you. I'm gonna put you in the green room and I'm gonna bring Javon to the forefront and I'll be back to get you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Javon, turn around
Hey,
here and talk to me. You
I'm
gotta turn
here.
around here and talk to me.
I'm
Everybody,
here.
Javon is kind of shy. I'm bringing him out of his shell. So I need you
We
all like
getting
to
there.
encourage him and give him some really, really good comments because I'm gonna make him a great interviewee before he leaves Grambling State University because he's already an outstanding wide receiver for us in his sophomore year. You're just showing out, when you catch that ball. It's just exciting to see you just win to
Hmm.
score. And so, Javon, how have you been doing? I know you're from Florida. How's your family? Is everybody okay? Or what did the hurricane hit your area? Talk to us about that first and foremost.
Our family doing good. We ain't really get the bad part of it, but actually, my mom trying to make her way up this way this week. So hopefully she able to, cause it's a lot of
Okay.
flood. So I hope she get a chance to make it up here.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear. I've been praying for our brothers and sisters at Bethune-Cookman. I heard and I saw that they were flooded out, and also for our family as well. When tragedy and things like this have catastrophes, we are a family and we come together. And so just know that the Queen is praying for you all, Coach Cozy, and Coach Woody, and everybody down there. We're praying for you and hoping that you all are safe. Now, let's get to our interview, Javon. So, you've
Mhm.
been a key part of Grambling State's passing attack this season with 20 catches and 284 yards so far. Impressive guy. Let me tell you something. What's
Mhm.
been the biggest factor behind your strong performances this year?
Basically, it's like just me and MJ got a connection, like no other quarterback have. He trusts me, I trust him, and like you were saying, we gotta trust in our O line. O line hold the D line, and MJ just get me the ball, and I just work from there.
Yeah, you work it too. Man, when I flew, let me tell you, I was so excited. I had to come to the Jackson State game. I think I flew in like at 3 o'clock that Saturday and flew out 5 o'clock the next morning because I was not gonna miss that
Dang.
game. And I saw you, man, you were really killing it out there. And so you and MJ7, you do have a great connection. And as a receiver, how do you approach building chemistry? How did you approach building chemistry with QB Miles Crawley, and how has that connection helped you make big plays in key moments?
My freshman year, I got a chance to work with him in my spring since I came up here early. So like he used to always tell me like just work. Like I see it in you. Like you gonna be good. You go. He told me I would go get a freshman of the year last year. He was like, you got a
Mm.
bigger picture to uphold and stuff. Like the coaches treat you different and all that. So like, just work hard. So ever since then, I just work, and just stay focused. And I gotta have chemistry with him. Cause if I don't have chemistry with him, my mama can't see me have fun on TV. Since she can't come to all the games. So I just be working and just showing the
Yeah, you
coaches
want to
that
make
they
your
got the
mom
boss.
proud. But
Yeah.
but wasn't it a story about you and Coach and you didn't want to leave or something like that? Tell us about that. I was like, now what happened now? Need to need to bring this up again today. Tell us about that conversation. Sound like it was almost
Basically,
you like, I don't want to go.
yeah, basically, I remember when he first got the job, I planned on leaving, but he was just telling me to give him a chance. But like I ain't never like trust him. Like, I ain't trusting the process. So I don't know if you heard rumors of I wanted to leave and stuff. I'm not sure. But we used to bump heads a lot. I got kicked off the field once.
Oh,
Yeah, but it was fine. It just made me a better man. I wasn't too worried. And then he just brought me in and asked me like what I want to do and stuff. I said I don't want to leave. I just want to stay and be a G man. And he just told me,
oh,
yeah, I've been good.
yeah. You can't get into it with the coach now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I know transition is hard,
Hmm.
for all the young men. Some left, some stayed. But you decide to stay and it's been good for you. And I'm happy you stayed. Because, like I say, I hate to see any of the young men go that I get attached to or get to know.
Hmm.
And we love all of you all. We appreciate you all representing us on the field. We know it's not easy, the mental part, the physical part, it's tough out there. And so um, we appreciate the G men. Please know that, and I'm glad you stayed. Now, look, with Alcorn State coming up, what do you see as the biggest challenge facing their secondary, and how are you preparing to take advantage of those opportunities?
Mm. Wait, what? Hey, can you repeat that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. What do you see as some of the biggest challenges with their secondary, with
uh,
Alcorn secondary? You probably said none because I'm the
I
best.
don't see no challenges. I just see a lot of weaknesses. So
Okay.
I don't feel like they got some
Yeah, I know
good
what you.
players, but I don't think it's gonna be hard if we just put our mind to it and not get too complacent. You know, I don't think we should. We should make it hard on ourselves. Just stick to the game
Yeah.
plan and we gonna be good.
Yeah, don't ever underestimate your opponent because Alcorn,
Yeah.
they want to win. And as Coach Joseph earlier tonight was saying, everybody comes to play Grambling hard. We are their Super
Mm.
Bowl, and especially in the hole. So they definitely want to make an impression, right?
Yeah.
And so especially with us losing to Prairie View in that, 5 overtime piece, that put us at the bottom. I was heartbroken,
Hmm.
and I thought it was a really tough call. It was a bad call by the refs, and so we had to just accept that and move
Yeah.
on. But you faced some tough competition this season, including a recent Prairie View game.
Yeah.
What lessons did you take from that game that will help you and the offense move forward?
We gotta come out strong like we did in the first half, second half. Just keep the foot on their neck. Don't let up, even though we was up by like 10, if I'm not mistaken. And don't take any team light, cause everybody wanna beat Grambling.
That's it. Yes, we that's just the name of the game. And then just in the second half, we just seemed lackluster. We were missing passes,
Yeah.
missing, it was going through the hands of players and then they would catch it and they call it an intercept. And I'm in the press box like, oh my God, come on, guys. And then I went to the field and I was down there and I was just like, come on, God, please, help them to pull it together.
Hmm.
But again, like I said, it was going back and forth with the overtimes, but that
Yeah.
last call of, pass interference, that put them at the 1 yard line. And that was kind of difficult, especially you're tired, your line tired you know, uh, and then you just it happens. And so like I said, we were so disappointed. I have to tell you the truth, but I know you guys are going to come back Saturday and give us a show. I wish I could be there with you all. And Grambling State has been dominant, at home, averaging 39 points per game. How important is it for you and the office to continue that high level of performance this Saturday against Alcorn?
Like I say, just do what we taught, and hopefully I'm able to get the job done when I get the ball. Well, I am gonna get the job done when the ball in my hand. I ain't worried about that, but I just feel like I just hope I could contribute to the team a lot this week, put up more points, and just have fun.
Just have fun. And don't you like it when we start playing GS?
Yeah, that'd
It
be the
make you feel good on the
uh
inside, doesn't it?
that's the favorite
And
part.
hold that tiger. I love when they start playing that because we know we just got a touchdown. Hold
The
that
favorite
tiger.
part.
Hey, yeah, that's my favorite part right there. And seeing the chili just go back and forth and things like that. That's just an exciting time that we have.
Mhm.
Now, my last question is who in the NFL do you model your game after, and who do you admire most?
I would say Tyler Lockett, but if we had to go to like move wise, I say I look up probably to Zay Flowers. But Tyler Lockett, my favorite receiver in the NFL, just because he got strong hands, he can catch, he can move, and he's very smart when it comes to football. So that always been my favorite player
Mm,
since I was young.
fast, can't catch. That's important. You can be fast. You
Mm-hmm.
can run a 4.2, 4.3, but if you
And can't
cannot
catch.
catch, you have butterfingers. No, you know good, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, y'all heard it. You heard who his favorite NFL player is. I'm gonna bring Tahj back. I just want you all to know I appreciate you coming on the show with me tonight. I hope to have you again in the near future on the Throne Room podcast. You guys are outstanding young men. I want you all to tell the fans, give the fans something to come to the game for. Let them know how much you appreciate them. What do you guys say to the Grambling fans, Tahj?
We appreciate y'all, man. Keep cheering us on, man. We gonna put on the show. We gonna put on the show.
All right, you, Tahj. I mean, you, Javon.
Uh, y'all coming to the game just gets a lot of fuel and energy. Like it really mean a lot. So we hope y'all be there and come watch us.
Awesome, awesome. Well, with that being said, to all the kings and queens out there, from my throne to yours, continue to inspire greatness and farewell until our next crown session. Thank you for joining the Queen and Young Kings wide receiver Javon Robinson and O lineman Tahj Martin. Thank you for being on the Throne Room podcast. Wave to the people. Goodbye.
Oh.